Tin Lizzies?
Well, we had a Model T truck, and as time went on, we took that when it was new. It was a 1926. My dad, when he had the money out of the blind pig at $1 a bottle for beer in the tough time, but there were a little better times then, and this depression got worse. But he bought a 26 Buick and a 26 Model T to go up north. So as time went on, but now I learned now our Model T truck, my dad put a 2-speed auxiliary transmission in it and a 2-speed rear axle in it, so he could gear it way down so he could use it for a tractor to mow with. So that's what he'd pull the tractor around. I don't know, they probably chained it to the back of the Model T to tow it. But as time went on, the top rotted off of it. And so in the winter days, and I'm going to say after maybe probably by 1933 or 34, the top was rotted off of it. And so in the winter time, my dad would bring it out by the road so he could shovel it out so we could go to town and get our $5 worth of groceries, and but no roof on it. So what we do is just the bottom, the cushion that you sat on was still all there. So they just raise it up and then fill with snow, and then you shovel the snow out and shovel around it and go to town with a Model T with no roof on it in the winter. But we didn't. It was a lot better than riding on a hay wagon because you had nothing in front of you. At least we had a windshield, and a little bit of heat came off the exhaust pipe. There was a manifold there, and it turned red hot anytime it started it, drove it very far. So a little bit of heat came from that, but we could see the engine there. But that made take a gallon of gas to go 16 miles, 8 miles each way to East Jordan from the farm. But as to say that a horse and wagon didn't have anything in front of you, just horses, and this had a windshield in front of you, so there was some protection. And I don't think we just knew any better. We were glad to get to town, to get out of the chicken coop, and maybe get something kind of fresh, and we could get maybe some corn flakes and stuff like that to eat. My dad liked cream of wheat, and he'd put hot water on them and soak them, and he really liked that. But that was a kind of a treat for any time from our $4. Went quite a long ways. But that 1 gallon of gas, and we talk about the Model T, we'd be going up the road, up the hills. The poor, because the gas tank was under the seat. So if you were going up a hill and they had no fuel pump on it, or oil pump, or water pump, and so they would, if you was going up a hill and you were real low on gas, you had to turn around and back up the hill. So, but it was flat ground all the way to East Jordan, the last mile or so. My dad probably would put the gallon of gas in East Jordan to get us back home, and I'm sure that he'd have gas left in there. But that's the same thing that my sister and I learned to drive on it because we were out cutting hay, and my dad went somewhere, and we ran up and down for about an hour while he was gone. I don't know where he went. But when he come back, it ran out of gas. He had to walk 1.5 miles to the Chestonia to get a gallon of gas to put in it. He was really mad at us too. But that was our first experience of driving, both of us.